Mitch, you probably never scored a bigger goal. You certainly never had this crowd cheer like for you like that. How did it all feel? How did that come together?
Yeah, it was super cool. Tried to just really enjoy that moment after, to be honest. The building was rocking. It was, like you said, nice to have them cheering for me instead of against me. But yeah, great play by Sid. I mean, carried the puck up the whole ice. I just tried to get space off of him, and at a drop pass, tried to just keep my feet going and get a shot off quickly.
He made some plays tonight, Mitch. Just the hockey sense that he seemed to show tonight. Like there were three of them that were.
You say him? Sorry, Sid?
Sid, yeah.
Yeah, no, insane. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, just watching him, being on his team, just seeing the work ethic and everything he does. It's insane. That stone goal, what he did on that play was insane. That's why he's a top player in the world.
You say about when you watched him, is it different though to be a part of it and see it firsthand as a teammate?
Maybe he's competitive in anything he does, summer skate-wise as well. So, but obviously it's a little different. His competitiveness, his leadership, his just communication throughout the bench in the locker room is top-notch. So, it's pretty special to be his teammate.
Mitch, when you were a kid, do you dream of that moment?
Yeah, definitely. I just said in my other interview, I mean, you tell 8 or 10-year-old Mitch that, he scored an overtime goal assisted by Sidney Crosby, the guy he looked up to since day one. It's pretty crazy. And I'm sure my family's going to be very excited about that one, and it's going to be a really cool thing that I get to have now.
With the atmosphere tonight, the pregame ceremony with Mario and the ovations, what do you just make of the atmosphere in the building?
Yeah, amazing. Like I said, usually when we come in here, this environment's always buzzing. It's always a loud building. Tonight I took it another notch. So, it was really cool to be a part of something like that, and something you're grateful for.
It seemed like you were kind of working your way through it as a line through the game, right? It's a new line. You're trying to figure it out. John leaned into you guys a lot at the end of the night there, at the end of the third. Take us through your night as a line, do you think?
Yeah, I thought we stayed patient with our game. I thought in the first we had a lot of good looks. We had a lot of good ozone plays. Second, I think maybe we sat back a little too much or just didn't create enough, but I thought we defended well. And then the third, we just tried to keep our feet going, try to communicate a lot in the locker room before going out there, just where we wanted pucks, where we wanted plays to go. And I thought we worked a couple of good ozone shifts, especially late in the third there to kind of hem them in and play some ozone.
When you're on a line like that, what's the balance between wanting to pass to superstars versus pulling the trigger yourself?
I'm obviously pretty grateful to play with a superstar in Toronto. You're just trying to play your game. Obviously, I'm usually a pass-first kind of guy, so I'm just trying to find people in open space and open time. And it was no different tonight. I was able to find Connor a couple times with open space that he made a good play on. I got to do maybe a better job of trying to get the puck up high and shots to net with Rhino around, obviously with his tipping ability and his stick ability. So that's something that we'll try to work on and talk to.
After such a long wait, Mitch, to get here, for everyone best on best, what will you remember most about this night?
It's hard not to say, the goal, obviously, assisted by Sidney Crosby. It's pretty hard not to say that. So, but Binnington was unbelievable tonight for us as well. Made a couple of big saves there in overtime, especially. So, and RD, you got to give him big credit. We're playing the best athletes in the world from Sweden, and they were able to play with 5D for pretty much at least half, if not more, of that game. So credit to RD to keep it how it was, and still jump up in the rush and still be an offensive threat.
Did you put your hand up to play defense at all? If you
No. I wasn't willing to play D tonight against that team. I can do it in the regular season sometimes, but not against superstars like that all the time.
Sorry to interrupt. You let that lead get away. How did the group kind of function when that happened? What was the talk on the bench, the leadership? How did that go?
Yeah, obviously you never like giving that up, but we have some great leaders on that bench. We have some guys that have been in some very big spots that didn't get nervous at all, didn't doubt anything, stayed very positive, and that just trickles down the entire team. So that's something you really appreciate, and something that the leaders did a great job of really kind of speaking out about, and then everyone else just trickling down.
What would you consider your biggest goal up until tonight? Most memorable.
I don't. That's putting on the spot. I don't know. It's tough to think of that right now. Dang. Put me on the spot with that one. I don't know. I can't. Maybe I don't know. I'm just gonna say my first NHL goal. I'm gonna say I can't think of anything else at the moment. I'm sure maybe there was something else, but yeah, I'll say that one.
Would you make of the reception Austin
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't think him and Willie were gonna get a lot of love from this fan base out here. So, it's usually how it is when we come in this building and play against the Habs. So, it wasn't too surprising.
Do you ever think you'd see?
The way the night unfolded, is there an argument to increase 3-on-3 overtime beyond 5 minutes?
mean, it definitely takes maybe a shootout opportunity out of the game a little more, especially with, sometimes I guess you have to, shorten your bench, lengthen your bench on 3-on-3. So, I don't know. It's a cool new thing, 10 minutes. We'll see what happens with it.
Do you ever think you'd see a day where they would cheer a Maple Leaf and a Bruin like Marchand in this building?
Probably not. No, I mean, like I was saying earlier, I mean, especially the Bruins, they've had some big battles in this building as well. So, just shows, how much love that Canada gets from every fan base. It don't matter what team you play for in the regular season, they're cheering for Canada.
Can you tell us how points format?
I didn't know it until you just told me. So, yeah.
It makes the American. What do you take on the Americans playing them on Saturday? How important that's going to be?
Against Sweden or Finland? Or against us? Sorry, you're saying.
Against
you
guys on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a big game. It's another great offensive team and a lot of guys that can score goals. So it's going to be another challenging game, and we got to be ready for it.
In such a short tournament like this, how debilitating would it have been to lose the first one, especially when you twice had 2-goal leads?
Yeah, probably would have been great, but we didn't, so it's all good. I'm not going to think of the other way around.
Did you share any moments with William tonight? Any chirps or any moments where you caught each other's eyes?
Caught each other's eyes a couple times. He was pretty quiet. I was saying a couple things, but he was keeping it pretty quiet.
So what's it like seeing a goal announced that includes McDavid, Crosby, and McKinnon?
Yeah, it's pretty insane. I mean, I don't know what that took, maybe 5 to 7 seconds to get that goal in the end, that first power play. So, great play. Yeah, pretty remarkable.
Is that the fastest game you've ever been part of in terms of speed by both teams?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the first period, the first real 10 minutes, the TV timeout came and you were kind of sitting there catching your breath every single time you got off, just with the pace out there, with the intensity. Yeah, it was pretty special.
What was it like to kill that penalty with Brad after all the years battling each other? It was obviously only one kill tonight, but it went really well.
Yeah, I mean, Brad's a hell of a PKer. I've known it for a long time, a lot of years. You saw what he did last World Cup with his penalty killing. So he's very vocal out there as well, as so am I. So, I mean, we can work off each other very well, and that's something you appreciate. And both of us have great instincts and both, very quick on their feet. So, obviously we didn't have to really defend too much in our zone of that one, but we're communicating, we're talking, we're figuring stuff out, and that's what you like.
I know. Sorry if you got asked this before, but just briefly, we've talked so much about how much Crosby means to Hockey Canada, and he comes up with such a huge performance today. What can you say?
Yeah, I mean, he's Captain Canada. That's what everyone calls him for a reason. So you saw it again tonight with what he did on that ice, and not just with his point wise, but just his play wise. So. Yeah, he's a special player. He's a special human, like I've been saying all week, and you're grateful to have him on your team.
What do you think your dad's going to think of watching his boy get an overtime winner for Canada with Sidney Crosby getting the assist?
Yeah, he's going to be pumped as shit. He's going to be going nuts for sure. Yeah, it's going to be really cool to see him. To just hear what him and my mom are going to say about that. I mean, ever since day one, like I've spoken about all week, is 87. That's all I wore growing up. That's all I cheered for, and yeah, it's a really cool, surreal pinch me moment there for sure. So something I'll always be grateful for.
Were your folks in the crowd tonight, Mitch?
Yeah. They were, my brother and my wife. So yeah, it's like I said, it's a special moment to share with them.
Congrats.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks,
Thanks. Thank you.